Hey, good morning. There we are. Welcome back to my live stream. My name is Jeff Fritz. Today is April 4th, 2019, and we're going to write a little bit of code today. Good morning. How's it going there? There's Teal Old Man. Is that Lashland W. Gordon? Hello, hello. Muxmus. Good morning. Rocket Propelled Freeman is here. Hello, hello. Good to see everybody. It's been, that overlay still isn't updated. And now I feel bad. I continue to fight with Stream Elements, Stream Labs, Stream everything. Nobody seems to be able to get my requirements, my needs quite right here. And I'm just going to have to deal with that. A Silent J. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Oh my gosh. Followers already. Look at that. It's been a quick week already. We didn't have a stream on Tuesday because a product launched. I don't know if you saw. We had Visual Studio 2019 launched on Tuesday. Lots of great stuff happened over on the Visual Studio channel, that other channel I manage. Make sure you check that out over on twitch.tv/Visual Studio. In fact, I'll throw a shout out in the chat room for it so that you can click through, throw a follow over there. Lots of great stuff happening from Microsoft, official Microsoft stuff that happens over on the Visual Studio channel. Yes, I had a purple beard all day Tuesday. It was tremendous. I had this hat on, brand new, custom hat. If you follow the stream, you know I like to have custom hats made every now and again for something special, and we did one for the Visual Studio launch event. And I dyed the beard purple for the day. It was spectacular. It was amazing. It was itchy washing that out, let me tell you. So great to see you there, Svava. Let's see. Cool Breeze, good afternoon. And John Draloon is here. Hello, hello. Fretya, good to see folks coming in here. Yes, you like the hat? That is a brand new hat that I had made custom. What can I tell you? I like getting the custom hats made when there are no when there is nothing official. I go out of my way and I make it myself. All right, turn off Twitch pics. I don't know why that's still appearing. I keep turning that off and it keeps turning back on. Sinad Maskin, hello, hello, and said how. Good to see you. So let's get some music playing here in the background. We're going to do some work today with CSS animations, and we're going to continue down that path. And tomorrow, after this stream, we'll be hosting. Let's see, it didn't read that. Thanks for the follow, Welsh Renato. I appreciate that. Good morning. Not the follow, the subscription. We'll make a donation. Actually, we're going to shift our donations this month, and we're going to Vetsu Code starting here in April. All the donations for Black Girls Code, as they trickle in, we'll get those all together, and we'll make a big donation to them in just a month or so when the final donations come in. I do have Sponge Junior 78, thank you for the follow. I do have announcement. We are talking to Michael Jolly about having him come in. He was our February lead cheerer, so he's going to get to join me for pair programming session. We've been trying to connect with Auth0 Bobby. We're going to get him in for a pair programming session. And last month's winner was Robert Tables. We will schedule some time with Robert Tables here. I want to get these all done real quick here in April. So if you lead the cheers at the end of the month, we'll have you in and you'll get to do a pair programming session with me live on stream. Hey, performer from Kansas. Hello, hello. And DJ Vortex is here. Great to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Let me get some music started here in the background before we dig into our project. And today, I'm not going to play purple. I'm going to play indigo. There we go. This is music to code by. This is music that's been designed, scientifically engineered to get you in the groove, to get you focused on whatever task it might be that you're working on, whether it's coding, doing your homework, or even just doing the dishes, doing chores around the house. Check it out, musictocodeby.pwop.com, and I'll fire the music command in the chat room there, and the bot will help me out There's the link if you want to go buy the album. And there's even a license if you want to play this music during your stream. Check it out. mtcb.pwop.com, or you can get the app at musictoflowby.com. Thanks so much, Carl. We really appreciate you letting us listen and work with your music. Is MS Build going to be live streamed this year? Asks Said How. I am working on some of that data. Let's see if we can get this music set properly. Frackberg! Holy
for
crow!
Inspiring me to start learning to code.
Starting off right there, 5,000 bits. Amazing. And we will make our donation for this month, our charity that we're going to support. Wow, Frackberg. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get that right in here right now. We're going to, I need to reconfigure the panel down below. We were supporting Black Girls Code last month. We're going to support Vets Who Code this month, this quarter. Thank you very, very much for that generosity. Yeah, very strong, Frackberg. Wow. Thank you so much for that. I'm flattered right off the bat. I don't know what to say. Let's continue over here. We are at 5954 is the total number of followers that we have at this point. If we get that number to 7,000, I will dye my beard rainbow for Microsoft Build. Shane B. Davis, thanks so much for that resub. Yeah, very cool. And we'll make a donation to Vets Who Code. I'm going to come back to the question about MS Build. I'll follow you from Cameroon, but I want to thank you for what you're doing. Thanks a lot. Says, is that GI Bus Cool Breeze? Well, thank you for joining us from Cameroon. That is amazing. I've said a lot in the past about how I think Twitch is a tremendous platform for interactive video, interactive television, and being able to reach out and help folks and communicate with them wherever they might be. And Cameroon, thank you so much for joining us. It means a lot to hear that from me and from you. I'm sorry, and I want to make sure that we can answer your questions and give you that learning material you might need to grow your career. That's terrific. And DNet78, thanks so much for the resub. I appreciate that as well. We'll make donations to Vets Who Code. Robert Tables. There's Robert Tables. Robert, I'm going to use the nickname. I know that's not your real name. You won our Bits for Bytes in March, and we'll get together and schedule a pair programming stream here. Let's see here. Jay Ratello, thanks for the resub with Twitch Prime. 2 months with us. Very, very cool. Yeah, Robert Tables will be joining us. And Shame the Embed sucks so bad. I'm sorry about that. So we will... and the cheers are starting off right here. Oh my gosh. All right. The overlays are giving me a problem is what's going on here. Hey, Feist, good morning. So we've been working on this bot for our friend Quiltoni. You might remember Quiltoni. She sounds like this. And she does all kinds of fun giveaways and games on her stream. And as a software developer, as someone who's building a community and building bots and doing interactive things, she had a problem. She had a need that we started getting in and helping out with to give her a bot to manage a currency on stream. And that's been working tremendous for her. So she actually had so many giveaways last week that she broke her giveaway bot. So we started working on putting together a feature to go with the currency to do giveaways and provide kind of a slot machine random selection capability for this. We started down that process, and last time on Sunday, we were looking at different ways to do this type of random slot machine type of animation where names scroll by of all the folks that are in the chat room that want to participate. And we found a bunch of different ways that it doesn't work. And we figured out a couple ways that it did work. So I took some of those ideas and I actually rolled them together on a plane as I was flying to Seattle for the Visual Studio launch. And I think I came up with a good strategy. I'm going to show you what I've put together. You can see here, right there. I made some changes to the page, and we'll take a look at exactly what's in there. Hey, good morning. Our friend Dee Dee Walsh was here. She was our behind-the-scenes crack staff helping out with the giveaways during the code party at the Visual Studio launch. Good to see you. Parsit07, hello. Welcome. What was broken? Asks rocket-propelled Freeman. Every time that Quiltony would run a giveaway, the app would crash. It was a little Flash app, little thing written in Adobe Flash, and it would crash. So what do you do after it crashes? Well, she had to restart it, and restarting it every time and having people rejoin the giveaway was a pain in the neck. So we've got some options. We've got some features we're rolling together to build something that's cloud scale. We can make it better. We can improve it. We can reinvent it. Give it some .NET, and it'll be amazing. Hey, Matthew D. Groves is here. Hello. You like the hat? Yeah. And you wish you could work on planes, but completely useless. I work really well on planes when I get the upgrade to first class. I never buy first class tickets, but I fly so much that occasionally I get the upgrade to first class. I didn't get the upgrade this time, but I was on an exit row, and I had a relatively small person next to me, so I could get my elbows out and write a little bit. So, you were wondering why? Yeah, the folks in stream broke it. It happens. All right, let's head over to. There we go. We can start looking at and working on our code. Look at that giant blue 5,000 bit cheer. That is phenomenal. That bit that's in the glass over there. Thank you so much, Frackberg. We'll get that into our code here as we start up. So I went and I fetched all the latest stuff from the repository. I don't want to show that, but I do want another Firefox. And I'm going to mispronounce this again. Parisian is here, and with the resub. Thanks so much for that. 3 months subscribed on a 2-month streak. Thank you so much for that. It's always worth asking for upgrades. Yes, Ancient Coder, absolutely. Turrican with the Twitch Prime resub. You want that blue hat. So the blue Super C# hat, I'm definitely trying to do something with that one. I'm a lot brighter today. I think that looks so much better. Oh, yeah. And upgrades on the flights are always worth it. I'm going to customize my pinned repositories here real quick. This is my GitHub repository. You can do a bang GitHub command in the chat room, and you can get the link to this. I'm going to take Oil Tank Vision off of here for right now. I'm going to take the configuration builders off. And I want to make sure that you can see and get to, not my gist. Where is it? The Quiltony Pixel Bot. Let's save that. And we should also put in there. We should also put yes. We should also put the bot we were working on with Fairy Wings, because we are going to be coming back to that one in just a little bit. She had a lot of fun working with us and learning a little bit about in that beginner stream about C# and JavaScript working together. It was really, really nice. Airlines want to fill every seat on every flight, so they will shuffle people and give last-second buyers a coach seat for 50% normal cost or less. Yes. Parset, talking about crashing, can I ask, do you have this event error? 10016 decom on Win 10? No, I don't. Oh, gosh, no. Sorry, can't help you with that one. Whew. When is that picture from? Which picture? That one? It's from about 10 years ago. I look amazing there. It's a lie. That's what it is. We will return to work on Snickers Von Glitterbot. Wait. So that's the name that we gave to Fairy Wings bot. Hang on. We need to give that bot its proper due, because it does have a proper name. Hang on. Hang on, let's do this. That's better. All right, here we go. I'm still moving things around because I had to rebuild my, what's this called? My studio when I came home. All right, let's give that bot its proper due with its name. There we go. Snickers von Glitterbot the first. Yeah, that's right. Snickers, of course. It satisfies and moderates the chat room all at once. It's amazing. I've also talked to some of the folks at Microsoft on the machine learning, the ML.NET team, about working on the moderation capabilities that are, and the sentiment analysis, this number you see right here, that are built into the Fritz bot. And they're going to join us in a little bit, and we'll have an amazing time there. Carrie Payette from the Lino house. Hello. And is Lino there? Is the Lino there? Tremendous. Welcome to Pennsylvania. America starts here. Let's see. A vlog life dude. Snickers, box, echo. Yeah, absolutely. And Clark IO. It's packed with peanuts. Yeah, it is. I am not myself. We need to drop me a tweet, drop me a DM there on Discord. We need to schedule our pair programming session. You're not when you're hungry. No, I'm not. So this is where you can find the Quiltoni Pixel Bot, where we're going to build this randomization, this slot machine effect. This has capabilities in it, if you look at quiltoni.pixelbot, to automatically, right now, it connects to a Google spreadsheet and stores information about the currency that she runs in stream. But I've also added into this, under this feature giveaway game branch, a giveaway game that'll randomly allow people to join in to do a raffle. And the idea is this will trigger an animation that happens out here on the Relay. So the Relay is a web-based project that's intended to be installed in a cloud service. Did somebody say Azure? Yes, Azure. That's where I'm going to put it, where I have put it already. And there's a page in here that will do that giveaway with a little bit of formatting, a little bit of jQuery easing that I'm actually going to end up ripping out here. And it'll build out appropriately and run a CSS animation right here. So it actually goes and finds the UL, the unordered list in HTML, and applies a CSS animation class to it. And it applies a transition called Move Slideshow over 5 seconds. It's going to ease in and out. So it's going to slowly start, do its animation, and then slowly end. And then this... Oh, there I was. I did it.
And then?
Where it stops is where it'll stop, and it'll remember that style. That's what this both is it'll say, not just start the style with the animation, but when the animation stops, persist it.
And then?
We'll announce the winner when that animation concludes, is what I'm looking at. How am I today? I'm doing fantastic, vlog life, dude. Sounds good. Might have to wait until next month. Traveling a lot for conferences. That's fine. That works just fine. Didi, you have to, if you put the words together when you try to do a text cheer, or there's a button, of course, that'll do that, then it'll cheer. All right. Mr. Anthony, is this a Microsoft-sponsored stream? No. There's actually, there we go, Didi with the 1,000 bits. Holy crow. Thank you so much for that very kind cheer. And then 100 bits from Carrie. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for those very kind cheers. And we'll make donations to Vets Who Code starting here in the second quarter of 2019. That was for the and then. For the...
And then?
Yeah. And don't try to type too much on a phone. Okay. Yeah, it's the DD Walsh.
And then?
We're going to write some code. Okay, that's a binary follower. Thank you for that. I'm not going to take the time to translate that, but thank you. I appreciate you joining us. Regarding the is this a Microsoft sponsored stream, if you look just below the video here, I see what you're doing there, Janesco. If you scroll down, in the About Me, the stream is not the property of my employer, even though I may bring some colleagues on to talk about their projects. Nope, this is all me. So it never does get old. No, not at all. And we started another thing the other day, and I got to make sure I remember this. Another gimmick. So this is the animation that I'm trying to work through and make sure happens. And I had to write this little bit of JavaScript in order to get it to start the animation when it's ready. When I click the button, do this. And this is going to be triggered coming off of the SignalR interactions with a bot in the chat room. So to recap, currently on other folks' streams, they have this tool that they push a button and they say, no, they don't say Scott. They push a button and they say, all right, if you want to join the giveaway, enter something into the chat room, enter a special command, and folks join the raffle. And then they push another button on the user interface and it starts the raffle. Stelzy, thanks so much for the resub. 6 months. Wow. Thank you so much. No, they don't say Scott. It's not bang commands. It's actually help. We'll tell you the commands that it offers. Now, instead of having some sort of user interface that you have to go through and click, it'd be nice if the moderators could help with it, or if the broadcaster could just run everything from the chat room, because let's face it, streamers are in the chat room. To start another app and have to manage another app is a pain in the neck. Why? When you have a bot there, just have the bot do the things. That's right, I said do the things. So, let's do that. Let's make it happen that way. Nick Code. And thank you for the follow, Mr. Anthony. Mr. Anthony. All right. Welcome. Yep, here we go. Let's do the thing. So I've already got this code, brought it down locally. Let me start up Visual Studio 2019. Now released, now fully available for everybody to use. That's the preview. I have both versions installed. I don't know why it says RC here. It's not the RC, it's the full version. So I'm going to open it up. See, it doesn't say RC on here anywhere. 2019. And let me go find the Quiltoni Pixel bot. Here, open a project or solution. Head down into this folder. And this should be a little bit simpler interaction for us to go through and explore and understand. Lennon BR with the resub. 8 months. Thank you so much. And it still isn't repeating that. If you want to install the new Visual Studio 2019, do I need to uninstall the preview first? No, you don't need to uninstall. There's 2 channels. You can actually have both Visual Studio channels installed. The Community Edition is always free and available for you to use. If you want to use the preview, like our friend Oren Novotny was saying, he always uses the preview. He doesn't have the RTM version installed anywhere. You can do that. Is Visual Studio Linux compatible? Asks Frackberg. Visual Studio Code is, not Visual Studio 2019. Visual Studio 2019 is Windows only. There's also Visual Studio for Mac. That was released as well on Tuesday. But Visual Studio Code is the text editor of choice that's available for folks on Linux. And that's based on feedback that we heard from folks on the Linux platform, that they didn't so much want a full IDE, but they wanted an editor that they could extend that has all the great capabilities like IntelliSense and project management, compiling, debugging. But if they wanted a simpler editor, not a full IDE experience. So, and it works great on all the platforms, Visual Studio Code on Windows, Mac, and Linux. We still, there is no giveaway. We're We don't have a giveaway currently scheduled. We talked about one, but it did not come to fruition. And as of right now, it's canceled. So, and there's nothing on the wall. There's nothing in chat, and I'm trying not to cover that at all. Puppet Master Z. No. Absolutely. What was that from Robert Tables? What did Robert Tables say? How does this programming differ from Python? I'll be learning Python, says Feist. So Feist, we're using C# on the server side, or you might hear people refer to it as the back end. We're using that where you might use what's the Python Django. You might use Django with Python to build web pages. Once the web page is formatted, though, we're writing JavaScript, of course, to interact with the server side and bring some of that data out to be presented and worked with. Kratul Rathod says, falling in love with Visual Studio 2019. Thank you for that. The team worked hard, and I hope you saw the keynote from my good friend, my colleague. Yeah. And there were all kinds of little Easter eggs. If you watched closely, there were boxes from the older versions of Visual Studio in the background throughout the video. When we wrote the script for that, the outline, I helped with the outline of it, the general idea. We wanted to make it a little bit more genuine, a little bit more down to earth, and that's why I said let's do the beginning at the treehouse. It's someplace that's fun, that's not a stage. Yes, we're talking to a vice president. We're talking to the lead directors of Visual Studio, and we wanted to make sure that it wasn't intimidating, but it was welcoming, and it was humble and genuine. And these are the people who are proud to bring you Visual Studio. So I think I think folks really appreciated that. But would like to have this. Would it be helpful? Says Kratul Rathod. Verifying the Azure delete and patch works properly. Was that Horse.js? No, it's just I say that word so infrequently, this programming language that I'm using here, that whenever I mention JavaScript, horses neigh. I don't know. Have you heard about Thanos.js? I was laughing in 15 minutes. No, I have not. Cuddly Microsoft is a very new thing. Welsh Ronaldo, what I hope people appreciate about Microsoft is there's a lot of people that work at Microsoft. Let me back up here before we get too far into the code. What I want you to appreciate is there's a lot of people that work at Microsoft, and that there's nothing special or significantly different from us compared to you working on your applications. It's just we're working on the applications that you use to build applications. We want you to know and understand that we're genuine. We're working hard for you to ensure that you can be as productive as possible. You can build the cool new things that are gonna change the world. When we say we want to empower every developer to every person to achieve more, that's amazing. But then when we go further and say we want to, as developer division, our focus is on software developers. We want to encourage and enable every developer to achieve more. And that's why I'm not blushing away from the questions about Visual Studio on Linux. I don't care if you're using Linux, if you're using Macintosh and you're on Mac OS, or you're on Windows and Windows 10. I want to make sure that you can build great software. And we can learn that together, and that's why I'm here. I want to learn. I want to teach. I want to learn from you. I want to pair program and build cool things. And I hope I hope that message resonates with everybody, not just in the live video right now, but the folks watching on YouTube, and anybody who catches a clip of this later. So we're talking the talk and we're walking the walk. We want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity, and that's why so much is open source as well. So, all right, back into the code. Python, and let's see here. Include number of references in the code lens code analysis result window. I don't know. That's the Visual Studio 2019 theme is rainbow. It is. Maybe. No. Oh man. I am and now the code. Yes, Twitch Loft. I agree. Let's get into the code. Yep, so ASP.NET is the framework we use on the server side with .NET so we can build some of these cool things. Philippe asks, if I install Visual Studio 2019, do I need to do some project migration files or modifications? No, you do not. You don't need to. It knows, Visual Studio 2019 knows how to manage and interact with the older versions of the project files. But you'll start to see better interactions in project management if you use the new versions of the project files. Amika19, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us, and I look forward to hearing from you in the chat room. Oh, no problem for answering your question there, Philippe. So let me show you how this works now. I have these three projects. I have core, the bot itself, and then the relay. The relay is intended to be the web component of this bot that'll run out on the server, and it's also got a feature in here. No other bot on Twitch has this, okay? This is unique. Nobody else does this on Twitch. There's a feature here called the Shopify controller. And what this does is this hooks up to a Shopify website, and when somebody buys something, it'll trigger a notification inside of a video widget. It's the only bot on Twitch that does this. Unique, right here, and Quiltoni has it in her stream. And it's wired up to her Shopify shop. So we're wiring up this additional feature so that Shopify needs to have a fixed endpoint. So that's why the Quiltoni bot relay exists. And we're wiring up this giveaway game controller to be that next video animation. So I can run just the relay bot here, and we'll be able to run this animation and then start tweaking it before we hook it up to the bot using our live connection technology called SignalR. And we'll see SignalR at work. Physitronic asks, do all the themes in Visual Studio 2019 have new colors for code, or that is only for the blue theme? They mentioned something about new way of coloring words in code. So Physitronic, what's really neat is the code analysis, right? The syntax highlighting that you see here knows how to highlight new things. So it will highlight things like regular expressions, and it knows how to interpret and highlight those. So you'll start to see that coming through. I'm going to go to the giveaway animation here, and I painted the background lime just so I could see where's that viewport that the animations come through on. I'm going to open up the console here for Firefox as my browser of choice today. Yes, that's right, Firefox. I could be using Microsoft Edge. I could be using Chrome. I like Firefox. It makes me happy. Yeah. Now, I've set this up so that I have a run raffle function here that will be called. I'll get rid of all these comments. I'll clean this up. But when we receive the run raffle command from the bot through SignalR, right, this will trigger the run raffle method. And I separated this out so I could test inside the browser. I could run this directly. So let me show you what it does right now. So I've run raffle, I pass in a winner position, and then an array of entrants. So let's do that. I can call run raffle. I don't care what the end position is. And then I'm going to give it an array of entrants here. So I will add C# Fritz. I will add Quiltoni. I will add, let's add Imperial Girl. Make sure you check out Imperial Girl. Let's fire in there Fierce Kittens. Of course, we need to have the one and only Fairy Wings. Who else can we put in there? Hugo Doll is here. I'm just seeing names in the chat room and firing these in. Stelzy. Sure, we'll put Stelzy in there. Stelzy 79. Who else? Ace Flameseer. Sure. Okay. That's fine. That's enough to get this started. So it puts them in there, and it scrolls really, really fast, and eventually it stops. Now, which one's the winner? Notice it didn't reset, right? It didn't trigger or anything here, right? Let me refresh, because that run raffle a second time doesn't clear that out. So let me make this like 4, and let me add a couple more people in here. Who else do we have here? Rigged! Quill Tony's here. Oh my goodness. Woo! Welcome. Devlead, hello. It's an honor just to be nominated. Svava. Sure, we'll put Svava in the mix. Let's put Devlead in there. Devlead. Frackberg. Sure, we'll put Frackberg in. All right. And then it's going to do the spin. And eventually it will stop. Now, notice, it didn't reset, right? This is that jog problem that we had last time, where it kind of stopped funny. Now, I told it the winner was position number 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we start counting from 0. We're developers. That's what we do here. So even if I counted from 0, it should be Fairy Wings. If I counted from 1, it should be Fierce Kittens. Either way, it's not in the list. That's a problem. No, not 4 winners. See, this is what we got to work on here. Hey, Namazri. Good to see you. So, otherwise we're going to designate volunteers? No. It's not like that.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
So what I've done for this is, let's look at the source code. For Run Raffle, I tell it, add the entrance to the list 10 times. That way I get a really big list that we can spin, and it makes it look like we're searching through lots and lots of people. But in fact, all right, Namazri, fine. We'll add you into the list. Sure. This is just for testing. That's fine. Namazri. There we go. But it's now, see, it doesn't spin. So we got to fix that. Right? So if I run it there, and it should stop on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It should stop on Fairy Wings, but it didn't. So we need to figure that out. Limited typing for reasons. Not a problem, Quiltoni. It's great to see you.
Do it live!
We're doing this live. We're fixing this live. Is multiplying the entries just for testing? No. Herps Derps. Hello. Good to see you. Are they reordered, randomized? Yes, they are reordered. They are randomized. So, good question. Let me show you that real quick. So the giveaway game controller will receive the list of entries. Here, we'll randomly pick a winner and then send out the entrants. The entrants that are being passed in when the raffle is run, not this one, the random winner, it shuffles the list of entries by doing random next. And we do that shuffle 10 times, and then we pick out whoever the first person is in the list. So 4 doesn't always end up being the same entry. Here's the deal. Wait a sec. Hang on. Let me think this through. List. Yes. List first is, and this is just a number. It's not even passing in names. It's passing in a count. And then it's taking that list of numbers and then pulling it out. And then whatever that number is for the people that entered, that's who is being assigned. Okay, so the list of entrants is being passed in here. That list, along with our random number that we've chosen as the winner, is passed over to this page. So we're taking that array of entrants and that winner position, painting the first 10 here. And then this was me trying to, fudge a little bit here. I'll show you what I was trying to do. And then we're adding all the people before that winner position so that when this scrolls, it stops on that winner position. Make sense? We need to set the project. Some CSS and JavaScript to create a slot machine effect. There we go. You like the cap? Says, oh wow, is that JF Aquino Jr.? Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you like that. That's a custom deal, and there's a secret to the hat. Nobody saw this on stream the other day. I'm saving this just for you here on my stream. There's a secret to this hat. Are you ready? Check this out. You may have seen this on my Instagram stream. Check this out. The date is on it of the launch. That's right. There you go. So that was a custom hat that I had made at my local embroidery shop. I actually had two made. The other one I gave to the boss. You know, Hunter got that one. Maybe I understand earlier when you said it was set to always pick number 4. So it's not always set to pick number 4. When I say run raffle, that number that I'm passing in you can't see that, it's behind me. Let's move this over here so you can see. Let's zoom in just a bit there in the console. That first argument that's being passed in, the 4, the 4th position is the one that should be selected as the winner. Can't do snapbacks. Yeah, I've got a couple fitted hats as well, but I like the snapback here, just because I got a big melon. Michael Jolly is here, and we are now that I'm back. We started that conversation on Twitter. Let's finish that and talk about. And it was on Discord. Let's finish that and talk about what we're going to do for our pair programming stream. So between Michael Jolly, not myself, was Auth Zero Bobby, and Robert Tables, we're going to schedule some pair programming sessions. Chris Seed, thank you for the follow. 5957. We are closing in on 6,000, but we need to get to 7,000 to get that rainbow beard in effect for Build 2019. Is Build 2019 going to be streamed? A good chunk of it will be. There's all kinds of Channel 9 sessions they're planning. There's sessions we're planning, not sessions. There's streams we're planning on running. There's shows I'm planning on running. We need to get approval and need to lock down all of that. Your weirdness is yours alone. Okay. Wouldn't the snapback make your melon look bigger? Nah. It's fine. So could you write to the console which entry was picked as the winner? Confirm it's in the visible list, says Hugo. Well, I know it's right there. I'm not using the JavaScript to pick the winner. I'm just using it to display the winner. I know who the winner is. That's already been done. That's been done on the server side in my controller. I just need to display it. So, right, so if it's the 4th, right, and when I look at the count, let me make sure I do the count right. If I look at the giveaway game controller, I'm actually counting from 0 up to whatever that count is. That's going to be a problem. Because if I have 5 in here, I'm going 0 to 5. I'm actually counting 6. That actually needs to be count minus 1. Okay. Count minus 1. All right, got that fixed. Start that back up. Did someone just say nay? You should probably get that looked at. I should. What does the second loop behind you do? Where? Cosmo Quest X! Look out, here comes a raid. Oh my goodness.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Cosmo Quest, thanks so much for that raid. That is phenomenal. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome, raiders. Yeah, there's a raid coming in. It's so great to see you. There you go. You can defend. Absolutely. Exclamation point defend, and the bot will defend the channel. Welcome, raiders. My name is Jeff Fritz. I'm primarily a .NET live coder here, but we're writing a bit of JavaScript here today. The horses always get upset when I say the word JavaScript. And we're working on a slot machine style effect for our friend Quiltoni and the bot that we're building for her to run in her stream so that she can run giveaways like this. And we can pass in a list of folks, and it'll do this slot machine type of effect. Is that Mayo Cat? There you go. Here, I'll even move... Namazri, we'll move you a little bit forward there. 0, 1, 2, 3. We'll move you right up in... Here, Here. We'll move it. 0, 1, 2, 3. It should be there. We'll move you right there before Fairy Wings. All right? But it doesn't actually spin yet on that second time. So we've got a little bit here that we've got to go through. Pick the Raiders joining. You're in Mars, says Mayo. So what were you working on over there on Cosmo Quest's channel? What was going on? Seems to always end with index 0 at the top. Actually, it doesn't. So if I run that again, pick up the Raiders. It shouldn't be stopping with 0 at the top. I can add a couple more folks in here. Let's add... We already added the Hugo doll. Let's add Mayo Cat. I spelled it wrong. There we go. Who else do we have that just joined? RH Sumner. And yeah, see, I gotta. So when I run it, it goes and builds out that, adds everybody to the list, and then spins. And see, it ended somewhere different. It should end with. Right, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It should end with Namazri as the winner. So what I want to do is make whatever's in this middle area here get really big, right? I want that font size to jump. I saw second highlights in the Visual Studio stream. You're famous now. So it was ending at 0. You added 2 items. Now it's ending at 2. Correct. Right, so there's this bit here where I'm adding a few more, and it should end with number 4 being in the middle there. So if we inspect, let me show you, right? So if I highlight this one, right, it actually didn't stop all the way at the end, right? There's a ton of these nodes in here, and it's not showing all of them. Yeah, show all of them. There we go. Right, I want it to stop with this one in the middle, but it's not, actually. It stopped the animation before. Right, I want it to get through everything. Probably an off by 1 error. No, actually. No. Looks like it's not getting all the way through that. If this is run through the chat, will the bot also post who the winner is in the chat? Yes, Space Cat, that's one of the last pieces here, is when we get through the animation, we want the bot to be able to announce, congratulations, Namazri or Fairy Wings, you are the winner, and whatever the prize is, make that announcement. So, let's see. John Draloon says, Cosmo Quest was streaming Space IL, talking about lunar lander that'll be landing next week. That is phenomenal. Very cool. Makes my little slot machine thing here seem so simple compared to that. Yeah. So yeah, Space Cat, you are right on task. That is exactly the kind of thing that we're going to put in here. So I'm going to go and look at the JavaScript that we're writing here, and we're going to tune this a little bit. See what we can do to make this a little bit clearer so that it gets to where we need it to. So the animation here, I forget what the 5 seconds is. Is that the total runtime? I think. And the keyframes that it's iterating through are actually right here. So, yeah. Right? It should... Well, actually, that's the final, right, is to that location. I want to specify exactly how far it goes. Now, the original way that this was working was, it was actually something like minus 66.66%. to do its, and it was like a translate Y, I think. Right? There it goes. Right, it was like minus 66.66%. Right, and if I go back, refresh, bring up the console, refresh. Thank you. And it should just go flying through all that stuff, and it went 2/3 of the way down. It didn't get all the way to the end. I kind of agree with you, NSO 1995. CSS is difficult. Will there be a confirmation someplace people can see that they have entered the giveaway either in chat or on screen like you do now? Good idea. Good idea. That's a good idea for a requirement to confirm to folks that, yes, you've entered the chat. Entered the raffle so that people can see that they've entered the raffle. Do it in SVG. Now cut that out. No. I'm going to take that as a note for the feature. Need to indicate who has joined the... need to indicate, confirm who has joined the raffle. Good point. Nalaj asks, says, nice hat. This is a custom hat. Custom made. There's only 2 of them in the world. Put it into a marquee so people can see it. No, stop it. So the thing at the top isn't a marquee, actually. It's 2 divs that it scrolls, and it just puts the one at the end. And we tried to do that here, but the CSS animation didn't get all the way through it. You know what? Why don't I make this just go to minus 100% that it translates? Because I'm purposely setting up so that the end is the end. You know what I mean? Like I'm forcing this. No blink tag.
Inconceivable!
We do not have a blink tag here. There will be no blink tag. See, that's just not right. If I go like 99.9, what would be really great is if I could have it stop right on the button. But you can't specify keyframes. See that? And if I specify a distance, right? Look at them all go by, and then it stops. But it's always stopping at negative 5,000 pixels. Worldwake asks, are you doing these streams on my own, or does Microsoft have something to do with them? Microsoft only has something to do with them in the fact that I'm an employee. The content, the direction, the script, everything that happens here is all me. They have no influence over the content of these streams. The streams that I run and that you see over on the Visual Studio channel, those are scripted and planned and run by Microsoft. They support me by giving me free access to Visual Studio, by free access to Azure resources, but otherwise, there is no influence on the content of this channel. Yes, Hugo. That's it. Hugo is on the ball here. I want the slot machine height, the name div height. Yeah, so that I can find out exactly where it is. Here's what I'm thinking. We don't really care. I know that it's... I know that I'm going to have everybody in the list, and I'm repeating them 10 times. But I can't make the keyframe here. If I use CSS animation, the keyframe cannot be generated from JavaScript. The browsers don't support that. If I do a jQuery animation, it's jQuery. I could specify I could calculate the exact distance to go. So that's one way to go. But if I do it with CSS, I need to have everything all worked out, and I can kind of fudge it and say, we'll randomly put people in the first however many times. So that, right, even if there's 200 entrants, we'll put 1,000 names in the list. And then we'll just put the last 3 or 4 including the winner, and then we stop on 1,000 names plus 2, because they're always going to be position number 2 in the list. We could do that. Because the animation is just for looks. It's just for nice. We've already picked the winner. We just want to make it look like it's randomly going through and scrolling and then eventually shows you the winner. Can't use CSS3's calc. Can you? I didn't know that was a thing. You feel like I need sounds for jQuery, CSS, etc. No, I'm just picking fun because our friend Robert Tables and NoOpCat, for that matter, love it so much. I'm picking fun at JavaScript. Can you append it, calculate it? Yes. Yes. Maybe add some arrow to left and right. No, don't need arrows. This is strictly an animation that'll be embedded in video, right? Like everything that you see here below me, these numbers, those are all web pages. So OBS, the Open Broadcaster software that we use to run our Twitch streams, lets us take web pages and embed them in the video. And that's what we're doing with this. We're just going to write this web page, embed it in the video. There's no arrows to go back and forth because it's just a display. Electric Havoc, hello, hello. You just used Flexbox for the first time yesterday, and it was really helpful. Yeah. Style ID equals keyframe style code style, says Sinad Meskin. Maybe? Can't use the CSS3 calc. I'm looking at that and thinking. I'm thinking. Let's take a look at that calc method there from SMAB. What do we got? Property, calc expression. Calc 100% minus 80 pixels. Oh, you got me thinking here. All right. So if we take this, stand by for action. So can I do calc -1 times, let's go minus 100%. Yeah. But we need to add, so each one of these line heights, each one of these LIs is 50 pixels. So if we add 100 pixels, will that do it? I think SMAB's got something there. I think we're onto something. Let's try this again. Check CSS grid, life changer. Calc can't work because you need to know the height in advance. Let's see. Well, that didn't work. Function argument. Oh. Come on. Go. So it should stop on Namazri. Okay, wait a sec. Namazri we want to be in the middle, so it's not 150. It's like 200. But it did stop 100 from the end. That was right. So now we let it spin. What's the frowny face for over here? Somebody want to explain that? This is the sentiment analysis for the chat room. You need the offset of the height of the box. No, I don't. This is translating inside that box. So I actually want it, if I want Namazri, right? If Namazri is our designated winner, then I want it to be not 200, so it's 200 off. I need it to go like 225. There they go. And yes! That's what we want. So if I'm happy and go, it'll smile more. Yeah. So right, we're literally faking the animation, right? It's already been chosen. We already know who the winner's going to be because we specified 4. So now, if I change that, right, and if we say, let's say we want Quiltony to win, and we specify 1, 0, 1, right? Well, I gotta figure out the refresh here. So now it should stop with Quiltony as the winner in the middle. Boom. We made it better. We made it stronger. All right. I'm going to play that just one more time just to verify. Let me pick someone at the end here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to pick Mayo Cat there. I'm going to pick number 12. Right? And am I pronouncing that right? Is it Mayo Cat? I'm not rigging the slots. I just know what the answer is supposed to be. All right, so now I've got undefined popping up at the end. Name height equals 50 and the div is 400. Yes. Try it with 13 and 0. That's very good idea there, Smab. Let's make sure the endpoints work. And I'm already seeing that 13 doesn't work because I've got undefined. I think what we need to do for that, just to make sure that it works, is winner position plus 3, and we're adding them on. So if entrance I doesn't exist, it needs to be entrance I mod the number of entrants. Right? So we're going to use the modulus operator to say always make sure it's one of the values that's in the list here. So now if we go to number 13, we should get RH Sumner and then C# Fritz should appear beneath with Quiltoni just hanging off the bottom. And that worked. Cool. So now let's try it again and try it for the 0th person, which is me. All right, here we go. I was missing the modulus. You're right there, binary person. There we go. And now C# Fritz is in the middle. And Quiltoni, so sorry you just missed the big winner. Yes, CSS Calc for the win.
Totes my goats.
Extremely handy. Thank you for the tip there, Hugo. Big points to you. Yeah. Thank you so much for your help on that. All right, now let's go through and see if we can do the next bit. So when that animation runs because we did this, and it runs over 5 seconds there. Ajax 1337. Is that Ajax Leet? Thank you for the follow. Look forward to seeing you in the chat room. You've peaked, says RH Summer. Yeah, sorry. Add a sizable amount after and add ease in and out with an overage curve so it bounces back. Yes. So what we can do, right? I can add a bounce here at like the 95%. Code handle. Thank you for the follow. Cubic Bezier. Ooh, hang on. So what, are you suggesting punch that in here at, where does that go? Is that instead of the linear? Instead of, right, it's a, hang on. Transform is translate Y, right? Ease in and out. Gotta play the Price is Right wheel sound as it spins. Can you find that? Can somebody find that sound effect? Because Quiltoni is specifically looking for a good sound effect to play while it spins. So I got new G Fuel. It arrived while I was gone. And I'm trying strawberry shortcake. There it is. Tremendous. Transition timing function. Hang on. That looks good. So that's the keyframes. So is that here? No. I think that comes down here on this, right? That sound would be cool. There you go. Quiltoni likes it. There you go. The Wheel of Fortune sound. Well, that's Wheel of Fortune. Where does transition timing function go? Does it go on the UL? Yep, for Quiltoni. Whenever she comes in, we need to... Here she comes. Okay. It's on the UL. Oh, there it is. So transform right there. So do I do it like that? Is that the thing? It goes into CSS that defines transition, not the transition. Okay. So refresh. Try this again. And then I'd like to have it. See, it didn't bounce. Also add transition timing function ease. Where's that one go? Right? So there's the keyframe. Right? I don't think it goes down here. Right? That's a Holy crow. What happened there? No. It's a keyframe selector. Uh-oh. I think I've angered Visual Studio. Do we put it here? And it gets to the end. Yeah, it didn't. That's what I get for trying to be helpful while filling out expense reports. Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. I've got a stack of expense reports to fill out today. A recording of one due at varying speeds. Yeah, do you have a link to where you picked up that transition? We can maybe. What is your actual transition property? Well, the transition is a transform right there. No, never mind. Yeah, I'm not doing transition transform, right? That's my keyframe is to do the transform, and it's the 100%. So it's going to it. Right, I could have this actually happen at like 95%, right? So it's going to animate up to that 95%. It's doing that animation. And then it stops and goes back. I need to tell it to do something now for the last 100%, between 95 and 100%. And, you know, even if I tell it do nothing here. But I could write something to change the size of the font of that thing. But it resets because I'm at a different location. Right? Unless I put a different animation on after it. Spec Silent Sean. I might need this instead, the animation timing function. Let's see what we got there. Animation timing function CS sets how an animation progresses through the duration of each cycle. Yes, I'm using ease in out. And you're suggesting that I change to cubic is that Bezier? Is that how you pronounce that? So I'm using this so that it ends, right? Steps function keywords, multiple animations. Yes. Okay. So do I go ease in out, comma? And where's that cubic? And if I do that, right? What will that give me that little bounce at the end? And that spinning is wrong. Well, see, it kind of lurched. Right, if I remove it so it's just the... Ah! Well, it went a little far. But it did end on the one that I wanted it to, but it went... Okay, hang on. What are the numbers here for this? Right? This one. Okay. What are the numbers? Where P1 and P3 values must be in the range of 0 to 1. Okay. So we went a little bit far. So let's pull these down a little. Right? I have no idea what these numbers do. I'm just putting something in there. This site you can edit curves. Add the ease in and out and change the numbers not to make it not so jumpy. Yeah. Yeah. See, it pulls back too far at the beginning. I don't want it to pull back. That's wrong. Right, let me shorten this just a little bit. And actually, I should pass in the total time. Try ease in and Bezier. What should that look like? And that should prevent it from overshooting. This is what I'm getting from Electric Havoc. So that's a little bit faster. It didn't bounce, but... Right? It just eases in there. Ease in and then the Bezier. All right, ease in. Yeah. Let's try that one for a little bounce. All right. Ah. What? The text editor here is misbehaving a little bit. Is ease in like tap it in? No. So it's how it starts. It slowly starts. Yeah, see, it's not bouncing or doing anything at the end there at all, right? With this syntax. Right? Multiple animations. What, does it just not like that they're right up against each other or something? Or, I mean, let's pull it out of there. And if I put that on the UL directly, right, and we say animation timing function, right, if we do it like that, really, what, Visual Studio, you're killing me here. I'm hitting save and nothing's happening. There it is. Yeah, it closed that. Cubic Bezier is both in and out. You don't think I can mix. That makes sense. Look at that. Replace that. Okay. There it is. F12, so we can see that. Run it. Yeah, no bounce at all. Yeah, it's not doing. Let's get rid of that. Come back down here. Okay, I'm doing Control S and it's not. There, finally saved. Why are you trying to save? Refresh the page. Okay, so it's got a little start, went a little bit far, and then came back. 0.97.6. Hang on, before I go any further, let's go back to this. Run raffle is finding the div and then the UL, and it goes and adds the LIs. If we want to be able to rerun it, no. After this one runs, I want to fix it so that it reruns. There it is. Nice slow start. Snap. Too much snap. If we want a little bit of a bounce at the end. VS wasn't saving it, no. We're using 100% not a determinate height, so the overshoot will always go to the white. Maybe we need... Oh, no. The white's going to be removed. Hang on. Let me show you. The lime I just put there so we knew here's how big the window is. Right? If I remove that... Right, not the UL. This. Right, the... Right? Now it looks like it's appearing inside of a little thing, and then snap, right? So, get rid of that. Get rid of that. If I want it to be rerunnable, right, I want to come to here. If container dot child nodes, no, container dot query selector li dot length is 0, then we need to re-add. Otherwise, we need to reset the position. And the position is right. Container style dot top. Now I should be able to rerun it. Shouldn't that be a little I? Where should that be a little I? Where? Yeah, so let's do that. There it goes. And it should stop. Okay, it's stopping properly, but let me rerun it. Okay, it's not doing the animation. It got down to here. It didn't. Did it reset the top? Console log resetting the top of the entrance. All right, so 2 seconds. Okay, and then if I rerun, resetting the top of the entrance, it didn't move it. See the Will Bennett link? Where is it? The Will Bennett link. And the first demo. Yeah, that's it. Right, it's got keyframes to bounce. Nice. Okay. You can feel the weight of the box hitting the floor. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, so if we used that, it's not going to be... I get what's going on there. All right, I'm going to copy this, even though I'm not going to use it directly. Put it right there. Oh no, you didn't, Visual Studio. Okay. There we go. I'm not using that yet because it's a different size. This is a good example of the iteration. Oh, yes, we can't remember it all. No, we can't. No, we can't. Let's split this so I can see both the CSS up here. So the problem that I'm running into, if I want to reset, I want to be able to, I want to move that slot machine UL. Right? Can I do that? Document, query selector, slot machine UL, style, top. Leviani, thanks so much for the 6-month subscription. That is phenomenal. Thank you very, very much for that. We'll make a donation to Vets Who Code this quarter. Thanks so much. Set the top to my calc. To my calc. No, it's 0. I'm moving it all the way up to the top. I want 0 pixels. Yeah. And it's not... Right? There's the LI. You know what? It's done the translate. And it ended where that ended. Do I need to do that as... Do I need to say style transform? Right? Because it starts off up here. Translate 3D zeros like this. How do we specify the transform? Vetsu code. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to take a little bit used to not hearing Black Girls Code. Yeah, Black Girls Code was last quarter, and we'll make a big fanfare donation to them. It'll probably be next month. Wow! Yes, 1040 from Electric Havoc. Big thank you to our vets who are coming back from being overseas and want to learn how to code. Definitely. Yeah, how do I set that style transform in JavaScript? You thought I forgot. Style dot transform. Style transform property. Oh, we got to put it in quotes. All right. Where'd it go? Oh, I was doing it here. So if I do it like that, no, it didn't reset it. I want to reset the position. It's like translate Y. Nope, that didn't do it either. The awesome Dee Walsh is among the cheerleaders. Yes, Michael Jolly. She is. The awesome Dee Walsh. There's another Dee Walsh. She's not as awesome, but the awesome one is here.
And then,
She cheered.
and then,
We recognized it.
and then.
We wrote some code. All right. I'm liking the strawberry shortcake. I'm liking the strawberry shortcake G Fuel. Yeah, the awesome call out.
Oh my.
There she is. So it's saying that the position of the UL. Let's go to the layout. What's it saying for the layout? Yeah, look. Look. 300 by -7 by 7200, and it's at a -7,000 position bottom. Do we reset the position bottom? Do we say right dot style dot bottom equals 0? Oh, that did it. No, it didn't. Well, it moved it back to the top. Right? That's the first one. So it is up at the top. But we can't restart the animation.
So long from the cheerleader board at Dee Walsh. Do it for the vets.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. The Michael Jolly. Very kind of you. You made a thing spin. I did. I made the thing spin, but it's not... Right? I can't re-spin. Right? The animation didn't run a second time. Say. Do I clear the UL? And re-add it? I mean, that feels like... Oh. You just spit out your Diet Coke over that one. Probably 50 ways to do it. Yeah, there are. I need a new keyframe with a travel time of 0. Okay. I'm feeling you. Okay. Really? You're not going to paste for me, Visual Studio? There it goes. Okay. Let's call this Reset Slideshow. Or... No. 0% is translate Y 0.
For at Dee Walsh's wasted Diet Coke. Go get a real Coke. Smile.
Thank you, Michael Jolly, for that very kind cheer, and we'll make donations to Vets Who Code. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. So now I'm forcing that to 0, so I should be able actually to, right?
Ring ding 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 ring ding.
Thank you very much, Carrie, for that very kind cheer. Responding is important. Yes. Oh, yes. Responding is very important. All right, let's try this now. So it started at the 0 position, and now it's scrolling all the way through. Okay, it didn't do any bounce there, but that's okay. Let me see if I can rerun it. No. Electric Havoc with the 10 gift subs. Holy crow. Will Bennett, Wanted, Calibron, Wesney Peerdall, Exact2, Plutonin, Lil Six, Nalaj, .NET Know-How, Herps Derps 23. Congratulations. You've all got subscriptions to the channel now. Welcome, new subscribers, and thank you very much. For all of those subs, we'll make donations to Vets Who Code. Well done, Electric Havoc. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Check out the hype. You can throw some hype. You can ask the bot to cheer some hype there with the hype command. There we go. Yeah, look at the love. Awesome. But why isn't it resetting? Do I have to clear the animation altogether? So let's try clearing the animation. Right? So if I say that and say animation equals double quotes. Maybe it did something. Nope, not spinning. So how do we reset the animation? Thank my son. Just deployed money on Monday on the USS Abe Lincoln.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Electric Havoc, for your son's service. We very much appreciate all of our vets, all of our active military that are out there on duty. We appreciate the work they do. So, Thrennen, yeah, number 1. Vets donations off to a very great start. I agree. But, all right, so now why isn't this spinning? How do we get this to reset properly? Right? I tried setting style. Oh, no. Hang on. It should be style.animation. Okay, that looks like it reset. There it is. There it is. Okay, so we got to figure out the bounce still. But we say style animation equals double quote. And now it'll rerun. Now, it stops there, but if I rerun and tell it to go to someone else, it didn't do it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is that? 50 subs. No, wrong one. Holy crow, Michael Jolly. Wow, we're going to make some significant donations here to Vets Who Code. Rezi, Lurkster, Malikos, Nuharu, Maxer, Sweaty Omar, Bus Cool Breeze, Code Pagoda, Vex Fallard, South Pole Steve, Pyro Lock, Crazy 240SX, Michael T. Mayer, Coded Beard, BH Gaming World, Lashif, Nightbeat, Chaotic Good Boy, Lashland W. Gordon, Shodan 2000, Shao Wu, Games Make, Ajax 1337, Mark Berger, Eddie Acker, Feist, Cosmo Quest X, Fretya, The Real Shibe, Namazri, Red Bull, Mechatronics, Used Bime, Thrent, The Binary, Lamezer, Antosha, Defaultos, Crazy Wheelie, Gabe Imperio, Grizzly 1968, Virtuix, Godtisu, Muxmus, Tomati, Mommy Kills, and Jay-Z, Hurleys, Vistizin. Oh my gosh. You've all got subs thanks to that tremendous donation from the Michael Jolly. All of those subs. Wow. Much love to our vets. Much love. Big donations coming for Vets Who Code. Wow. All part of our second quarter here on the channel. That is tremendous. Chaotic Good Boy and Hurleys. Yes, you're now followers, and thank you for the follows, and thank you so much for those gifted subs. Holy crow, legendary indeed. This quarter is off to an extremely strong start. And 38 followers from 6,000. Oh my gosh, here they come. Mommy Kills, thank you for the follow. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. 1038 from Build a Beard. Yes. Oh my goodness. All right, so I reset the animation and then it goes. Notice it stops at the same place because it already calculated. Yes, thank you very much for those gifts. I'm closing up to 100,000 views, maybe. Malikos, thank you for the follow. Yeah, if you haven't hit the follow button, if you enjoy what you're seeing here, do me a favor, hit that, just tap that heart button up at the top. It doesn't cost you a thing. Follows are always free here on Twitch. But if we can get me to 7,000 follows by May 1st, you already seen, I dye my beard on a regular basis. I did it Tuesday. We went purple for Visual Studio. There's a couple clips of that and a couple photos floating around. We'll dye this rainbow to acknowledge you, the viewers, as I'm interviewing folks and participating as part of Build. And yes, if something happens and I'm part of a keynote with Microsoft folks, I will have a rainbow beard on stage. I'm not sure that'll happen, but I will have it for the entire duration there. Followers is the excuse that I give to Mrs. C Sharp Fritz to diet. Well, there is a little bit of that. Source Scoot, thanks so much for that cheer. And we'll make a donation to Vets Who Code. Maxer, thanks so much for the follow. And Michael T. Mayer, thank you for the follow as well. Okay, now I get the vet thing. I thought it was about veterinarians. No. It's not about veterinarians, even though it would be nice for our animals to be. At 10,000, we tattoo the C Sharp bot, says the Michael Jolly. I can't guarantee that. I can't go into a tattoo. That's one. I've already said to some of my friends in the creative streams, and Quiltoni's heard me say this. I've already said I want to do the Twitch glitch for making partner. Do we do the .NET bot? And I'm redoing the bot. You'll see. We're getting now a Fritz bot is coming out there. Oh my gosh! And we also broke through another emote. We unlocked another emote. Corky Candy's gonna have some work coming, so we can get some more emotes loaded up here for you. Yeah. All those folks who work on the pets. Yeah, they're gonna need to get coding. No, it's veterans for more vets who code. Okay, so we still need to figure out the bounce. So we do need to figure out the bounce issue. Maybe they're coding new puppies. No, we're not shaving my hair. No. Yes, now all those folks who got subscriptions, you now have a cool hat. You'll start off with a purple hat, and it transitions into a red hat, then a blue hat, and at a year, you get a hat with a beanie on it, with a propeller. That's what it is. All right. So it doesn't bounce quite right? What was the other cubic? The easing functions that we were looking at there. Right, so the container style animation equals, so that should, because the container's this, that should reset it. Bang. Now if I run it again, it doesn't reset. But if I run that same and then run the thing again, now it does it. So I think I'm going to hard code that in here. Right there. Because I don't think it's actually doing it right. Nope, see, it didn't save. There it goes. Save. Last value 1.0, no over bounce. Greater equals more bounce. Ah. Okay. So 5 goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Fairy Wings is now the one in the middle. And if I try and run it again, see, it didn't reset it. That's weird that it doesn't. Right? I mean, can I just push this right to the top every time? Just have it always do that thing? Visual Studio's doing something. And it doesn't always... 4 this time? You want... I got to test a bunch of different things here. Let's see what it does. Sure, we'll do 4 this time. Okay, so there it stopped properly. And if I run it again, it's not resetting. It doesn't... Right? No. It doesn't move to the top. But if I run it directly, it does. And then it'll run. I mean, I copied and pasted that exact same command in here. What's the value of the animation before you run it directly? Breakpoint to see if it hits that function. I think you're onto something. Let's set a breakpoint. So inside of Firefox, we can navigate through our JavaScript, and we can set breakpoints in here, so we can actually look for specific functions being executed properly. So let me scroll down here to the run raffle, and let's put a breakpoint right there. All right, go back over to the console. So it stopped, right? Let me... It stopped now at document query selector slot machine UL and resetting that animation. So if I step into it, it did it that time and let it run. Oh, I hit F5. Right, I think it's F8 to... Hang on, do this again. Run the raffle, hit the breakpoint, good. Resume is F8. Yeah, I hit F5. My bad. That was me. Okay, so it stopped on the appropriate one. And if we tell it to reset, right, F11 through it, and it does it, and then it spins properly. Okay, so let's take the breakpoint off. And it doesn't do it. Neat. So there's a timing thing in there that's happening. Yeah, add thread sleep. It's definitely a threading issue or something. Right, is there... do we have any kind of eventing after the animation? Right, do we have anything that says when it's done, do this? So that we can do a callback. It happens to all of us, yes, and it drives you mad. How many seconds it takes to complete specifies the speed curve. Delay before the animation will start. How many times the animation should be played. Specifies whether the animation is running or paused. Oh no. Sets the property to its initial value. Huh. Okay. Crumbs. DOM reset. Yeah. So how do we get it to reset? And then I want to look at that bounce again. What's the value of the animation before we run it directly? All right, let's find that out. So it's right, it finished and it stopped at that. I want to reset, I want to rerun the animation. Rerun CSS animation. Right? Restart CSS animation. It's not as easy as you might think to restart it. Now you tell me. Then for some reason, if you want the animation to run again, perhaps on a click, you might think CSS provides a way to kick it off again, but as far as I know, it doesn't. You might try removing and reanimating the class name via JavaScript. If you put a tiny delay before removing and re-adding, it will work, but I think it goes without saying this isn't ideal. Tell me about it. As a quick demo with jQuery, clone it, insert it right after itself, and remove the original or the basics with just JavaScript. Well, that's not bad. The same problem exists for any type of event. Say you want an animation to run immediately, but then again on hover. Same problem. It won't run again. There's some interesting research on this, or one way around it. Hey, DevXer. Hello, hello. A CSS preprocessor could help in making this easier. Another JavaScript method to restart a CSS animation. Reset the transition by prevent default, class list remove, class list add. That's not bad. That's not bad. So let's move this. Run animation. Let's call it .spin because it's actually doing the spin. And we'll say, come on, animation. And we'll figure that out in a little bit. So we'll write element event, and we're not adding an event listener here, but class list remove. And then class list add. What did I miss there? I knew you were awesome, Carapaet. Oh, love that movie. Yes. Yes, yes. The Wedding Singer. You're right. Cool. So let's try doing that then. So this count and total time kind of go by the wayside. Yeah. So where is it? I'll grab that. Okay, so now I have it contain. Really? Okay. Prevent default. Well, I don't need prevent default. That's for the click. So class list remove spin. Right, that's what I called it there, spin. And then it's saying we need to make it do something here. So offset width. And then add the container class list, add spin. There we go. Let's see if that works. Refresh. Oops. There it is. All right, so there it's doing the spin. It's actually calling the spin method, and it ends properly. So now if I try and do it again, now it works. But it's always going to stop on the same one because this number, right, it pre-calculates and is determining how many folks to add. Not bad. Not bad. Now, let's see if we can get that bounce to work, right? So it does have a nice start up. But what was it we were saying about the bounce past? The final number here is the past on it. So if we make this like 1.1. No. Go to 0.6, 1.56. All right, we'll give that a shot. And let's see if that bounces. Wow! Went a little bit further than I expected. Can we go to like 1.2? Yeah, Electric Havoc and I are on the same train there. There it goes. Much better. Just went a little bit far. Try it again. Hey, Bustifer. Hello. It needs to slow down and tease who's going to stop at. I think you're right. That's much better. Okay, so is this the one that it slows down on? So can we do that to like 0.8? It's limited by the after names. Yeah. Can you make the winner 5 to 6 back? Sure. Sure. Yeah, it does need to slow down there. That tease at the end. So if we did the bounce like here, where we're easing out and easing in and doing, instead of doing a curve, third value affects the curve calculation. It's not as linear as that last. So closer to 1 is further right. Ah, okay. So if we bounce that back just a smidge. And what's the second number? Right, if we want it to slow down and ease into that. Right, if we get it to bounce a little bit further, we were saying out to like this. And then, I said it. If I add 2 more to the end. One and 2 are the easing in. Okay. That was pretty good. It's still stopped on Namazri. And it went further, and there was Stelzy and Ace Flame Seer. You see them briefly pop in. Right, if I make this 4-5. That's not bad. That's not bad. So if I have that at, say, 95%. Len and B are the T's at the end. And then.
And then?
Yeah. Let's see here. If I want to have it get the winner's name get large and then get small, and then that's the end of it. So can I use that CSS calc? Calc function to be used as a property value. Briscoe 007, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Yeah, look, all kinds of folks now have all those great emotes available to you. So I feel like I can use the calc. David West, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. 5966. Oh, man. Also a box in the middle. Oh, some sort of like indicator in the middle. Yeah. So can I do... Right, I need the specific element in the list. Right, so I need the element at that. Grow what's under it by maybe 10%. Exactly. And then the Batman symbol. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we love the Batman symbol. It's, well, I know about the Batman symbol because...
I drink, and I know things.
I was drinking one night with Quill Tony, and I learned things about the Batman symbol. But that's exactly what I want to do, Hugo. I want to grow it and then shrink it at the 100% mark, right? So like 96%, right? Grow the winner. See that? Regular size the winner. Not whiner, winner. Chalkboard, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Oh, wait a sec. That's a different Gritty. Nightmare Fuel from Skyhook. Nice. What things do you know? Oh, I know many things. But I'm not going to share them here. The more you know. Rats.
What time did the man go to the dentist? Tooth hurt, why?
Didn't read it right. I'm going to, real quick, reach into the controller here, and I'm going to add today's cheers. Rats, it won't let me change them. We'll come back to that. Make sure I get them in there. Chaotic Good Boy. Time for you to get to lecture. Take care. Thanks so much for joining us, Chaotic Good Boy. Yeah, so I need to figure out this. Well, first off, how do we choose the one that is the winner? Wait a sec. The keyframes are applied to a specific... Can I do the I can't do a selector inside of here. We rig it. Well, we're not rigging it. Right, keyframes are applied to something. You can't go into a keyframe, yeah, and say apply it to this other thing. Malt SSBM, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Montana 4K, welcome. Great to see you, both of you. I look forward to seeing you in the chat room. That's the logic for choosing winners. No, that's not it. So how do we... All right. This is moving the entire thing. So when it gets to the end, we want to do the next animation. Which is going to be this grow and shrink, and maybe we shake it back and forth, that kind of thing. I think we want to do this to 100%, and then we have a different animation that we apply. It only reads for 100 bits or more. You don't have the patience for all of this JavaScript fiddling about. I agree, S&B. I agree. So, all right. For that, that's working just fine. When we trigger a rerun, it's fine. It's going to come from the server side. And we're going to give it a new number. And we're going to need to recalculate. The logic for choosing the winners is actually already on a pull request. No, it's not. I got a funny email. So when we rerun, we need to pick a new winner, and then we're going to put people back in the list and recalculate it. Okay, that's fine. I don't... You know what? Running run raffle a second time, we want to actually clear the list if we run it a second time and reload it. Yeah. That's it. So where is it? This. So if there are, then we'll clear it out.
Why did the angry function exceed the call stack size? It
Why?
got into an argument with itself.
Ooh. Maybe you could ask Code Rush for help on the animations. Yes. Exactly. That's exactly why I have guests on. All right, so I'm going to do that. If there are LI items there, I'm actually going to remove the container. No. And then re-add it. Document, get element by ID, slot machine, append child, document creates element, UL. So now I just rebuilt, and I need to make, I should say container is this. That's not iceball container. What? Why am I highlighting the whole thing? This one. So now it should clear it out instead of resetting the animation. We did all that work to reset the animation, when in reality, we need to clear it out and rebuild it. Boom. Document get element by ID is null. Code 113.5. Well, hang on. Container should be the UL. There's slot machine. Yeah.
Where does the parallel function wash its hands? A sink.
Thank you, Michael Jolly. Why is it saying... Let me go back. Document get element by ID is null. Oh, I put a capital on the M. Yeah, async. Yeah, oh yeah. So we'll rerun that. You have a custom token provider for specific token expiration. And there it goes. Now it's doing it again, re-adding everything. Good. So now I could rerun it and specify a different winner. 6. And now it's a different winner. Fantastic. That's what I want to be able to do. Ba-boom. Right now I can make it person 1. Quiltoni wins. I think we got it. I think for right now, we got the animation done. We got it doing the thing we want it to do. Next. I'm going to save that. I'm going to make sure I save that. The animation runs and stops on the winner. Okay.
And then?
I'll push this out to GitHub. Oh wait, but first,
And then?
I'll sign the commit. There we go. Push that out to GitHub.
And then?
Take a quick look over here at connecting it back. So we still need to do sound effects on this. What a surprise! Look who won! Yay! Lurkster, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Hub connection was closed. Right now I'm doing a location reload. I don't want that. We'll get back to that. On run raffle, run the raffle. Okay. So I need the time. So I got the animation done. We need the music. No repeats. That's a feature. That's a feature we need to put over here in the controller. Let's take a look at this one. I'm going to add today's cheers here real quick. There we go. First one is that big one from our friend Frackberg. Thank you so much, Frackberg, for that very, very kind cheer. And then we saw a nice one from our friend Dee Dee Walsh. Thank you, Dee Dee. That is so kind of you. Got to include the 0 there. We had 300 from Carrie. 1040 from Electric Havoc. 2201 from the Michael Jolly. And then 100 from Source. That's not how you spell Source Scoop. Fantastic. Thank you so much. More dad jokes, please, the Michael Jolly. Now you're asking for a problem. So we're going to post the entrance. I feel like we also then need a Boolean value for no repeats, but no repeats is like rerun. Right? How do I tell it? How do I tell it to rerun? You know what? I'm going to put these two notes on functionality in here so we can find them next time. Okay, I think that might be all that we want to get to today. I could wire it now. No, I'm not going to test it live in the channel right now. Temporary array of winners per session, past to find winner, past winners. That's not bad. Maintain an array of winners and pass into the random winner selection. That's not bad.
How do you help JavaScript errors? You can solve them.
You can solve them. Oh. Oh. All right. I think that's all the time we're going to take today. So, yeah, let me... Right, what's the diff on these? It's just the notes that I put in there, right? Yeah. So let's append dash A. No, it's not append, it's amend.
A guy walks into a bar and asks for 1.014 root beers. The bartender says, "I'll have to charge you extra, that's a root beer float." So the guy says, "In that case, better make it a double."
Thank you, Electric Havoc. You know what? I'm going to... And do that again, so we get that in. And then I will git push force, because it was mine that I pushed up there. There we go. All right, let's wrap it up and move on. So we went through, we built this animation, the CSS animation that does the slot machine effect for us, and it's not hanging out here anymore. And it stops correctly on the winner that's chosen and will calculate the winner with a randomized function over on the server, pass that down and have it randomly stop. And it has a nice little bounce effect now where it ends on it. We can clean that up with a little bit of sound effects and a little bit more animation, maybe to make the name pop out a little bit. But the code's there, it works. I think we can take some next steps now to wire it up to the bot, so we can actually have it report back things now and interact. We still have to figure out how to do no repeats and how to confirm to folks that they've actually entered into the raffle. So I think we've got some pretty good things there. We announced that we're starting this quarter's donation goal. Thank you so much, Michael Jolly. I appreciate that kind cheer. So this quarter we're going to be donating to Vets Who Code for every cheer, for every sub, from April 1st through the end of June. All of those will go to our friends at Vets Who Code. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Let's set up a raid. And I believe, if I saw correctly, our friend is Code Rushed. Is Code Rushed live? I thought I saw he was live. Is he out there? Let's check. Yes, he is. All right, here we go. Let's send him over. I'm going to fire that raid command in there. Copy out one of the 2 lines of text. If you're a sub, grab that first line of text with the raid bot. If you're not, good, grab the second line of text, copy it out into the clipboard, and we're going to head over to our friend Mark Miller. He's another one of the live coders. The live coders team you can find at the link below. There's 40 of us now that are writing code that you can join in and watch just about any time of day. Really great stuff. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. And say hi to Mark for me. We'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll be writing some more code. And tomorrow afternoon, virtual dev intersection with my guests Todd Anglin and Kathleen Dollard. And my co-host, Richard Campbell. I'll see you then. Say hi to Mark for me. Take care, everybody.